Well, I thought I might as well show you a project I'm working on before I get, well, done with it, let's say. You know, I start these things and it's just easier to keep going, but then I never get a chance to explain anything. All of a sudden it's done. Well, when I was cutting those oak boards for the root cellar, you know, that will line the walls, I kept setting aside the best of them. You know, thinking, you know, it's a waste to put them in the ground, you know, to save them. So I've got a pile of these that I've been planing today. What I wanted to do was make a table. And kind of a multi-purpose thing, though it's going to be, you know, heavy because oak is heavy. But as I've been planing this stuff, I put my new DeWalt blades in. God, that's a blessing. They really work well. But I've been saving the sawdust, and this is the kind of sawdust I get off of that. You know, it's curly, really excellent. So I've been saving that. I got many bags of that. But that stuff is hard on planer blades, though these Delta ones seem to be holding up fairly well. But what I saved this for is for insulation. You can't hardly beat this stuff. You know, even regular sawdust works. I mean, that's what they used to use in ice houses. They'll pack the ice in sawdust to keep it over winter. And if you ever, like if you cut with a chainsaw, if you're cutting firewood, like I tend to haul it back in lengths and then cut it at home. And in spring, then you've got this sawdust with ice underneath it that will stay June, even into May sometimes. The ice will stay under that sawdust. So it's a great insulator. So I've been bagging it up to save that because I have use for that. Now, you know, like I say, this is kind of a multi-use thing, so I'm making it fairly much the normal height. You know, normally I tend to make things a little higher. It'll be a little taller than your average table, but that's more comfortable for me, but still usable. In fact, it might be, yeah, it'll be a little shorter than what this, I've got sawhorses here, that these boards, which will be the top of the table. And they aren't flawless. There are a few knots in them, small knots, and I can live with those. And when I'm done with it, I will be pine tarring it, and this I put a little pine tar on here. Now it will darken up when I put heat to it. But you can see how that really pops that grain, and it'll get, you know, like the lighter color will get a gold color, and this will get a dark brown. You know, you can get some nice looking grain out of that. But look, these will be okay. These are the side rails and the front. You know, they'll be mortised in. And what I did to do these, I've got a mortising bit on my Delta saw. So I got a whole set of there's an adapter that, what it ends up being, it's a square bit with a round bit inside. Well, that works great. Biggest size is a 1/2 inch. So I've got these all cut down. You know, if you need to go wider than 1/2 inch, it's not a big deal. You just go over and go down. You know, but it leaves a kind of a rough bottom. So now I'm taking this corner chisel and kind of squaring them out because I want this to be a pretty tight fit, because these, I will make a tenon on these on the ends of the rails, and they'll go in a little over 1 inch. Then they'll be pinned with ironwood here. So the reason I didn't go all the way to the top is because that would weaken it. This way I keep that strength from the top. And the reason I didn't go further in, I didn't want to weaken it. You know, it's a juggling act depending on what you're going to do with it. But those mortising bits do work very well. You know, they'll cut a nice square hole. I think I did a video called Drilling Square Holes showing that mortiser. But they're nice for this kind of thing. But you're limited to how big you can go. I think 1/2 inch is the biggest. It might make a 3/4. Possibly even make bigger ones, but it takes a lot of power to run them. But like I said, they do leave not a perfect bottom, so I'm going to go in there now and clean them up. But first, we got a 40% chance of rain, so I got to pack some stuff away here. That sawdust, I got to get, you don't want to get that wet because it takes forever to dry out. So I'll pack that up and then cover this stuff. But it's just 40% chance. But it's today and tonight, and then we got a week of nice weather again, so I can finish it up then. Oak is not my favorite wood to work with. Like I say, it is very heavy, but my God, it's solid stuff. You get something made out of oak, it stays made. That's why, like if soft wood, I would have to go on like an inch wide. But I can go a half inch wide on oak. It'll be plenty strong. Oak is strong stuff. And then when pinned with ironwood, and the top will be pinned on. It's one of these where I'm using no metal in it. Trying to make it just out of wood. But it's an interesting project. But I tell you, those new planer blades are a blessing, though. I really got to keep my eyes open for it. Well, I've got some coming from England. They're taking forever to get here, but we'll see. They're supposed to be good. But those ones that I had that were Chinese, they weren't much. They burnt up right away, and they did a poor job. They just weren't sharp enough. But these Delta ones, they're sharp and they're hard. They just, like I said, they peel it off. So in softwood, you'll get big slivers or big flakes, but in oak, it just makes these little curly ones. Well, the softwood ones I save for dog bedding, but these oak ones, that's good insulation. Where I can pile up some more, bag up more sawdust. It's a valuable commodity. It makes more sense than buying some insulation that's made out of fiberglass that's going to kill you. This stuff is pretty harmless.